All right.
Testing, 1, 2, testing. Testing.
Shuffle down anyway.
Testing, testing.
bro.
Middle Bass speech? You want to say any words for Middle Bass? You know, I didn't tell you. No, you gotta be on the basketball team.
Dom, you go give a speech.
No, you yeah, Dom.
I can't talk.
No, Cody too.
We'll see.
You would rap. It's your speech.
Let's go, Cody.
Thank you everyone for coming tonight to celebrate the Winter Sports Awards. We have a lot to recognize. We have a lot of good stuff to go through here. But per tradition at the Sports Awards ceremony, there's a lot of people who helped you get to where you're at. So for all my athletes, you could find a parent or a friend or a parent or a member or someone who helped you get through this year and go give them a hug and get them ready through here. So find your families and go give them a hug. I'm giving a hug to her again. What's up, bro?
Hi, Mr. Schumacher.
Hello, Richard.
Jen.
Oh, that was so concerning.
Oh, we got another one, Jen.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Don't forget about me.
We love you, Jen.
Again, that'll be a little portion of the speech you can hear later. But again, thank you again. It's always a fun way that the last, again, I guess it's 16 years we've always opened our sports awards. Again, by giving hugs to those family members. Again, like I said, coming home, and it's awesome when Ruby comes, gives me a hug. So again, as they get older, I'm sure that goes away a little bit. So again, I want to get through there. So again, kind of some thank yous from the athletic department. Again, first off, thank you to the athletes. Without you, again, none of this evening would be possible. Again, your hard work, your dedication, all right, you're coming through there when you're not feeling good, all right, playing hard, it's been recognized. Secondly, to the parents, again, thank you very much for raising these great children that I get to, great kids that I get to coach. Thank you for being flexible with the schedule. Again, I like to try to keep the schedule as much as possible, but fog, rain, snow, cancellations make it difficult. I appreciate you. Again, getting your kids here, getting all their stuff washed, getting them on time. Again, every year I learn just how difficult it is, and I always have much more respect about all the hard work that you parents put in and providing with such great students. I thank Mr. Mangus and the Board of Education for allowing the program, providing the funds and everything required for our program to succeed. Again, it's very nice, and everything's taken care of, so we appreciate that. I'd like to thank the teachers of the school. Again, this is a group effort, and again, when we go out, everyone's always talking about how good our kids are and how behaved and how nice they are, and again, it's a total island effort. I'd like to thank Coach Goodwin and Coach Schroeder for helping out this season. We'll talk more about them later. And as you go through here also, Mr. Patrick Green, he's the kind of fix-it-all, and when stuff goes awry, the board or anything like that, he's always here to help out. So again, we'll get to those kind of thank yous from the athletic program as a whole, and get to individual basketball ones here in a little bit. Again, I think Quinnipiac Athletics is, again, continued excellence. I think we're offering great experiences for your children. We've taken them across the state. We've taken them across state lines to different islands. And again, a lot of great stuff has happened. Again, when I think about the basketball season, it almost started, last February around this time. Had a group of people wanting to come in, students, parents, community members saying, hey, our kids are working hard, they're doing a lot of good things, but we'd like to have a couple more numbers on the home side and the visitor side. Again, we talked about what needed to be made. Again, a couple more investments were needed to be made, kind of more practice time. All right, again, also practice at home. Again, I think when we talk about this, I know the kids have to talk to Mr. Green and got the lights for the gym outside of the playground. Again, anytime if you go by here from probably April till basketball season, there's probably 1 or 2 kids at that basketball court. Again, that's there. Again, the kids sending your kids to camps. Again, and those are things here. And then again, we talk about another investment in the program. Again, I need some help. And again, thank you again for allowing to make the investments to get the coaches to help me out. Again, because what does a man do when he needs help? He gets a good woman. In my case, I got 2. All right. I'll recognize them later. But again, as I'm looking through it here, I kind of was going to evaluate it. A lot of stuff going on. The word that I kind of came with the basketball coaching wise, it was a little bit stale. The same plays, the same drills, the same everything. You just needed a little bit of excitement, needed a little bit more stuff. Again, I think we're doing a great job. We had a great group of kids. But ideally, we developed both the academic and personal side, but also some athletic side. Again, when you talk about this, it's not to diminish again. It's still probably one of the proudest moments was Alex's 3-point shot last year. Again, you watch the gym go crazy. But again, like I said, at the end of the day, too, we'd like to get a couple wins, and we achieved that this year. So we're going to go some thank you. Again, also it's a year of adjustments and rescheduling. Again, we kind of started with 3 teams. We ended up down to a JV varsity team. Again, as we went through there, rescheduling, calling teams, trying to provide the most opportunities for your children to display the hard work they put in. And as we get through here, and again, then as January hits, I think unfortunately this is going to be that new, that new norm of fog and can we go or can't we go? Hopefully we get good cold winters, but again, rescheduling. Thank you for all of you for keeping your kids' heads up. It's really difficult when games get canceled to stay there. So again, that's kind of from the athletic department as a whole. Now some thank yous from me in the basketball program. Again, thank you to the athletes and parents again. Thank you to the board and Mr. Mangus again. Again, Leah and Elena. Thank you to the island of Mackinac for hosting the Great Lakes Island Basketball Tournament. Again, we look to return the favor and host the tournament here next year. I'd like to thank Ed Reed and the Fairport Harbor Skippers girls basketball team for agreeing to play us. Again, I know that was a special, important game for me, an important game for our ladies who were out. I'd like to thank Susan Cooks, Suzanne Coster, and all the other parents who helped with the team feed. Again, it's great that it's taken care of. All right. Again, it's Saturday. The food appears, and I know that's not by chance. It's not by accident. That's all the hard work of those people who put it in. I'd like to thank Dee Dee for driving to the tournament and a couple games, and then I'd like to thank. I think every parent in here should thank Jen, myself. Again, she treated every single kid like they were her own. There's not a bigger advocate for your kids than Jen, and she made sure that they had everything they need to be successful. And if they forgot something, Jen took care of it. So we appreciate Jen and all that she did this year. Barb Mitchell, who's Cody's grandma and Caleb's grandma. She came to every game on the road, and she would videotape so you could watch these games at home. She, volunteered this task. Just came up to me, hey, you need something to be done, and it was done. So we want to thank Barb for that. I'd like to thank Larry Kowalski and Put in Bay Taxi, getting the teams here back and forth, our teams and the opposing teams. I'd like to thank. Again, PJ Field of Griffin and Chantel of Island Air Taxi for the constant text message, emails, cancellations, rescheduling. They did a great job there. I'd like to thank Put in Bay Radio and Port Clinton Radio and Greg Piper for broadcasting the tournament and giving us the equipment to broadcast all of our games. Again, all that Switcher Studio stuff is donated through those items, so thank you to those. Thank you to Bernie Steinbach and Put in Bay Daily for sharing the successes of your students. Again, unfortunately this year we didn't have a cheerleading squad, but thank you to Miss Madeline Pugh, Miss Melissa Fiorelli for putting on the Biddy Cheer Camp. Again, going and being at that, there's nothing funner seeing the little kids out here dancing and doing their, we always had the one kid crying, the one kid laughing, the one kid doing whatever. Those Biddy Cheer Camps are always fun. It's a good thing for them and the community, so thank you to them. Again, thank you to all the people helping on game days with filming, all the scorers tables over there. I know we had Don Dress, Evel Michael, Jeff James, Lance Saunders, Joe Burns, Lila Steidel, and other people helping with that stuff. Thank you. Thank you to the Island Basketball guys and the Island Basketball moms. I think we'll all remember Susan cooking Lear. I got to the foul line in that game, so thank you to there. Again, unfortunately this year, again, I was unable to hit the Breakfast Club, but thank you for Mr. Danes continuing offering that opportunity for Breakfast Club. And thank you to the Island community. Go from there. Thank you to my parents, again, a big support. And the real MVP, my wife, Ashley. Allow me to do this. Seeing Ruby and Leo when you come home, and on FaceTimes and road games, means a lot. So, again, I think this year was a little bit better. I was able to delegate responsibility, share the load, and things went smoothly. Just like in a basketball team, you share, differentiate the load, things go better. Again, and everyone, we realize here it takes an island, and I appreciate that. And we thank everyone involved. And if I forgot you, I apologize. I tried to be extensive, but we go from there. So, as we go from there, we'll now talk about the JV basketball team. The JV's basketball team's record was 1 win, 4 losses, with very close games. 4 of the games were very close, within 1 or 2 possessions. Everyone played, everyone contributed, everyone worked in. Again, I think one thing at the JV level is we get out there, get kids playing, everyone. Get them in 2 minutes to get the next group in. That's what we did. At the beginning of the first game, we tipped off 5 of the 8 players had never played a Panther basketball game yet. And again, I really didn't know what to expect. Again, everything was new to these kids. We needed to hit the basics. Traveling overnight, Walmart, restaurants, vans, being responsible for your stuff. All of these things are new skills and important learning experiences. Why I think athletic programs here at Put in Bay and team sports are an important part of the holistic development of our student athletes and everything of here as you go from here. Again, the goal is to improve as players, to improve their love of basketball, to build confidence and help them grow into the young adults they can be, and hopefully winning happens because of these things. The JV had a little bit of, again, limited practice time. Again, they worked on more skill development. There was kind of 6 kids who practiced a lot with the JV. When you have 6, you can't do 5-on-5s. But again, they worked hard. Everyone scored. Everyone got a highlight this year. Everyone played, and we did a lot of good things. Game 1, we're here against Harvest Temple. Not sure what we get. We come out, we lose by 1, play really well. And as kind of a coach, it's almost not necessarily, it's kind of almost the ideal situation. It's enough for them to buy in, but not maybe enough to get overconfident. All right, they worked hard. All right, obviously I want them to win, but again, it's kind of a good thing for a young team. Then we went to BG Christian. It's a tough place to play. It's a big, wide open rec center. It's always cold, and we didn't, it's a good program. Again, the varsity teams, I think, won 20 games this year, so good program. We kind of got beat there. We realized, hey, coming from where we were at, we're gonna have to work hard. We had another tough loss at the Horizon Science Academy and a tough home loss against the Northwest Ohio Classical Academy, but it all came together in the last game. Again, we got healthy, we improved our skills, and most importantly, we got Ava. All right. And we were able to close the year on a win. And again, I think this is the first year where the junior high were able to end their season on a win. So that's a great, or the JV, excuse me. That's a great accomplishment for them all. I'm very proud of them all. So now we'd like to do our individual introductions for JV. Elena, would you come up, please? Michael and Elias played with the JV, but I'm going to announce them with the varsity. They practice with them. So we have Colin and Caleb come on down, please. I'll start with Colin. Colin wants to play really well. Colin's probably the harshest critic on himself. He's worked on his skills, and again, we started from the bottom. Again, getting back to the basket you person, finding the person who you have. And he worked and developed these skills a long way. All right, and in the last game against a varsity girls team, he made his first basket in a game. He made a basket in our Island Friends game. But again, we certainly look for Colin to again keep working hard again and representing us and Middle Bass well, so thank you, Colin. The next up is Caleb Kowalski. Caleb is a hardworking young man who was watching, the All-Star teams last year. He had some skill. Again, it was going to be an adjustment this year going against kids who were his size. All right, but he made the adjustment. He worked hard. He improved well, and in his last game, he had 7 points. All right, again, going through there, again, kind of playing inside out, playing all different types of positions. And again, nice thing about Caleb, okay, yep, I'll go out there and do it. So we appreciate Caleb for all his hard work, and we look forward to them being the leaders of the JV Junior High squad next year. Next up, 8th grade. First start with Katie Scarpelli. Katie Scarpelli probably had one of the toughest portions of the year. She was unable to display her talents and skills due to an injury. But that being said, still supported the team, still worked hard, still helped us out where we needed to be. Again, the hardest thing with Katie is holding her back. Again, she wasn't supposed to do much, but again, constantly always somewhere dribbling a basketball, trying to shoot, run, do something. We look forward to Katie getting healthy next season. All right, again, when she was practicing with us, again, it's a good talent, and we expect a lot of great things for her next year, so thank you, Katie. Next up is Kate Hubner. All right, Kate also had the injury bug. She had a carryover injury from volleyball season, and again, was able to get through the first part of the season. But again, Kate is a difference maker, has a lot of skill. All right, and that last game was really nice to see Kate and Ava play together, working. Again, she was able to bring that basketball up. Again, you think about what ifs if we could have her for those first couple games. Again, if the record would be a little bit different, I'd like to think it would. Again, she's she's a natural person who shows natural leadership. All right, we look for her next year to do great things as, again, she continues to grow and develop. So thank you, Kate. And lastly is Aiden Krasinski. Again, Aiden is a very quiet individual. All right, from the team, he's probably the quietest out there. And sometimes, again, he has deceptive skills. Aiden scored in 4 of our 5 basketball games this year. He's kind of not the first player you notice, but again, he just keeps doing a lot of good things. And again, he kept improving every game, every practice, kept getting better. And we're looking for a lot of great things because, again, as he improved so much in his first year here. So thank you, Aiden. Sit down. And then if you have Olivia and Dom. Hold on, we need a picture. Olivia and Dom, come on down. We'll start with Olivia. Olivia is a natural athlete with very good skills. Again, I think is we're going through the challenges, having with the vision for me, having her see that. Again, and she worked hard. She got better as the year went by. She played all 5 positions. All right. Again, as she went through there, again. and became a key player for us throughout the entire year. She led the team in scoring in both, or I think 2 of our games, and she also had here again a nice highlight buzzer beater shot. All right, to go through that, that's an awesome. So again, we're looking at congratulations, Olivia. And last was Dominic Krasinski. This is Dom's first year playing basketball. And again, if you hear me at the basketball team or Coach Goodwin, oftentimes we're yelling, shoot it. Dom likes to put them up, and you can respect that. Again, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. All right, again, as we're looking at that. Again, but also for new players, sometimes, a lot of kids don't want to shoot because they don't want to miss, and they don't want to have, that people, again, Dom put them up. He made, 4 or 5 3-pointers for us this year. Again, and again, a constant kid who works hard, does a lot of great things. And again, hopefully, or not hopefully, but when he gets older and bigger, he'll do a lot of great things for us. So thank you to our 2 freshmen. Before we get to JV awards, again, I'd like to discuss a little bit with Elena, Coach Schroeder here. Coach Schroeder's journey to the Foot Bay Panther basketball coaching staff kind of started at the Horizon Science volleyball game. I kind of had an offhanded comment, went there and said, hey, why did you coach this year? I knew Elena as a rock-solid student athlete for us, graduated in 2020, right? 21, all right, 21. And again, I knew what I was getting. And I think the two things I was looking for in our assistant coaches, Elena filled the one. And the one thing I'd say with Elena is I needed a firefighter. I needed somebody who could put out small, basic tasks. Hey, this needs to get done, go get it. Hey, we need someone to keep the score today. We need someone to go get ice. We need someone to go do this. This is going through here. And someone not only do it, but again, these kind of are sometimes, menial tasks can kind of get looked down. I'm too good for this, or Elena just said, yep, got the job done, and you can appreciate that. Again, I really appreciate all those different things, all those little, kind of grunt work jobs that kind of make everything very good, so I appreciate that, Elena. And we have 3 awards for the JV program. We have a coaches, the most improved, and an MVP. These were voted on by myself, Elena, and Coach Leah. For a coaches award, again, an individual who worked hard, an individual who put in the work, an individual who did what they needed to do. All right, and again, we talk about it. This is, again, played all positions for us, worked really hard, but our coaches award went to Olivia Christensen. The most improved, again, you wouldn't hear him say much or talk much, but again, if you watched it, again, you can stay up with everyone. And again, did a lot of great things. Was Aiden Krasinski. And we haven't talked about him yet, and I'll talk about him when we get the opportunity to, but the MVP is voted on by those 3 coaches was Elias Wright. Well, thank you. Went through here. So now we're going to get to the varsity season. All right. The varsity was ready to go. They were ready to go yesterday. They were ready to go the day before. They were ready to go in February to get through there. Again, these kids have been practicing basketball all the time. You drive by there. Again, I heard all their summer exploits of all the summer employees, of all the people who they worked with out in that basketball court. Again, a lot of their summer revolved around what went on there. They'd be pretty angry if the J1s were out there playing soccer on the basketball court. They can go in the softball field with that. But again, they went out there, played all the time, playing 21, playing all those different things, working and improving their skills. Again, they got Mr. Green, kept talking to him. They replaced the lights out there. Again, and a lot of good stuff was going out there. But again, that's kind of what it takes. Again, the kids were eager and ready to go to open gyms, and we're ready to get to everything. These kids want to do a lot of stuff. An average week, they practice 5 days. 4 to 5 days, games 2-3 days. They're playing pickleball. They're playing volleyball with Mr. K. They are going to open gyms. These kids are active, and that's a good thing. All right. Again, I'd rather have them here in the gym doing stuff, being active, and doing all that stuff. So again, but the hardest part sometimes is saying, hey, take a break. You need to rest today. Relax. All right. Again, sometimes we almost had to force them. Again, it's a good problem to have. We can go through. as I got to meet Coach Goodwin and obviously I knew Elena, the preseason meeting went as this. Again, the success of our varsity squad would be, could we become a team? Again, watching them open gym and watching them practice, they like to, I spread the word, they like to bicker a little bit. They like to talk to each other. You traveled, you fouled me. I watched it, you did travel and he did foul you. Again, there's a lot of things going through there. And the idea was, can we come together and instead of pointing the finger out, point the finger in and fix a lot of these issues. All right. Again, we had some preseason open gyms. Did that help or hurt more? Again, the kids needed to play with disciplines and roles. Again, we're going to change, go to a man-to-man defense. Man-to-man defense needs to talk, communicate, and trust. If you don't talk, communicate, and trust with each other, it's not going to work. Again, kind of the reason we're in a zone, it's easy to kind of stay in your area and let them come to you. But if we play a man-to-man, which is going to help us, obviously help us out, we need to talk and trust each other. And we developed that over the year. Wasn't always the best, but we always worked hard. And again, I thought we did a lot of great things. Again, Morning Madness is a traditional start to put Panther basketball all the way through. Again, Miss Harrington, I always text her, say, hey, it's Morning Madness time. Again, and she always tells me about it in some exotic fishing location she's at now. So again, that's awesome. Again, and the first on the line, the kids knew it would be different this year. All right, again, there's a level of intensity, a level of, again, coaching that was different. All right, again, you probably heard, again, I can't believe how many times they said on the line this practice. And it's a little worrisome is that if we didn't find some success early, are kids going to buy in? Are they going to say, hey, this hard work's worth it? Again, we had our first scrimmage. Again, thank you to Missy for kind of lining this up with the Black River School. Again, someone called, said they do Missy, and I was like, perfect, let's bring them up. They wanted to play, so we had a scrimmage here. And I think that's where we start to see some buy-in from our team. Again, we got to play game situations, and we won most of the game situations. All right, again, so that was a good way to buy in. And then we had our first game versus Harvest Temple at home, and we got the win that we needed. All right, the win to get buy-in from the players that the hard work that they were doing was going to pay off. All right, again, and so as a coach, I was very relieved that get that first win in that first game, to get them to buy in that, hey, the sprints that we're running, all right, again, we always shot foul shots, but now we shoot foul shots after we've ran, and if we miss the foul shots, we got to run more until we make them. Again, sometimes, again, we could say we were running 7, 8, 9, 10 different sprints as we continue to, again, not make those foul shots. But again, we had to get your kids ready for pressure situations. Again, how do they make them? Well, you can't simulate this in practice. The only thing you simulate is being tired. So we had that. Then we had a road opener against Bowling Green Christian, another hard place to play at. We didn't play particularly well. It's a tough place to play at and shoot. Again, but again, that's a good squad. Again, I think that they won their regular season title for the Christian school league that they're in, and Rob's a really good coach. All right, and the question is, how are we going to react? Are we going to go back to the way we played, or are we going to change things? And again, we kind of learned a good learning experience at Horizon. We got up 8 in the first half, and I felt we got this. It's ready to go. All right, and Horizon was, again, they had some internal issues with their squad, but when they came together, again, they ended up winning by 3 points. And again, we had to learn a new experience, how to play with the lead, how to play with the scoreboard with us in head, and how to keep on that gas for 32 minutes. So our record is 1-2. We head home here for our next Monclova game. And again, this is also a first for us. I think we're a team where, we looked at it, watched after Mr. Mangus talked, like, hey, he watched them warm up, kind of talk, hey, what do you think? That was a game we should win. We won by 20. All right, again, that's a learned skill, is to, kind of win against those teams that you should win against. And again, we're 2-2 on the year, and we're getting ready to head north to Mackinac. Again, thank you to everyone involved again. Thankfully, the Mackinac hack didn't come through. We survived. No injury, no illnesses. That being said, injuries were a different thing. We played hard. We didn't get the results that we wanted. Beaver Island, we did what we needed to do. We won that game, and we really knew the big game would be Washington Island. Again, we're a pretty thin team. They're a pretty muscular team, and the refs didn't call anything. I believe we had 6 bloody noses and shot 3 foul shots. I don't know how that happens. I know the ref told Coach Leah that our players should quit fouling each other. So first I've heard that, again, our kids are fouling each other. Again, talking to Coach Leah, I've never heard that before. As we go from there. And then the night in the morning, we woke up for the Rock game. Again, the game kind of came down to, they had a player hit 3 threes in a row, an even game, and that swung it in their way. We lost the Rock. And again, but we played hard. Again, we got back home. We were all home in one piece, and we're getting ready to go. Again, certainly to say it was disappointing. It was a team goal. It was a personal goal. Again, I want to get a number up there for our boys. They work hard. They deserve it. But how do we respond? How do we come back to it? How do we face adversity? And we closed out the year, again, by grinding out a win home against Waite. And then, again, the kids didn't know it yet, but again, the Jones game was pretty important. We went by allowing Mr. Mangus to let us leave early. And again, kind of makes you here. Again, we have a basketball from the game. Again, as a coach, you've been here for a little while, but again, that was from volleyball, basketball, junior, all the basketball teams that I've coached. It was my 200th win as a coach, so I was pretty sponsored there. It kind of makes me think of a Latin phrase. Thank you. Kind of a Latin phrase that, again, a little historian here, I got to get something in. Nani gigantium humerus incendius, which means I stand on the shoulders of giants. Again, all these people who helped me get to where I needed to be. Again, all these people who helped out. Again, it's not a one-person show, and I appreciate that. Again, we haven't had success on the win and loss columns, and I realize that in most schools you wouldn't get an opportunity to keep going and turn it around. So I appreciate the community for not, ditching me and we get around here. So again, because most schools, again, you know how it works, Leah, at the mainland schools. All right, so we're there. So we get to the second. Christmas break happens. That's right before Christmas break. And again, we did a conditioning test before we left, and we said, hey, this is what you did. Let's come back. It's hard, all right? It's hard. And we grinded out a win against Northwest Ohio Classical Academy, all right? Got that, again, improved our record. And then 7 of our next 8 games were either canceled, rescheduled, or postponed, and then eventually canceled. We were able to sneak one of these 8 games in versus Jones. All right, this is a difficult task to stay focused, to stay mentally ready, and again, we got that win here on our home court, and it moved us to, again, these are all good life lessons, again, that you have to be ready to go and play the game that you have in front of you. You don't know, again, what's going to happen for any of these other games. We ended the year on a whirl. We lost at Fall Story on a tough physical game. Again, the refs didn't give us many foul calls, all right, and again, that's a tough game, and then we came back on Friday. We played at Monclova, and we had a team, 11 3-pointers were made in that basketball game. Again, we had some good clutch shooting. And on senior day, again, first time in a long time we've left senior day with a victory. We defeated Lake. First time we beat a physical team, but we got a little bit of help. The refs the refs finally called fouls, or legitimate fouls on us. Again, we made 21 of our 32 foul shots. All right, again, I think that's what won that basketball game for us as we look through there. So our overall record for the varsity was 9-5. We're 6-0 at home. We didn't lose on our home court, which is something to be proud of. And we were 1-2 in the tournament. And we fought hard, represented our school well. We have lots of youth playing lots of big roles, and the future is bright. When I think about the season, I think we maxed our potential. Again, we can always play more. Again, time's always the enemy. But one of the things as I look at is, I felt we got about as good as we're going to get with the group that we had and the skill that we had at this time. And that leads you to be, as a coach, it leaves you happy, it leaves you that, again, you finished that circle. When you finished it, you were playing at your best, and I thought we did that. Again, it allows for a new circle to start, and again, as they say, a lot of good things, or hope blooms eternal, so we'll look at that. So that's a little recap of the varsity season. I'd like to have Leah, Coach Goodwin, come up. Again, I'd like to say hello. Again, Miss Blumstadt told me, hey, there's this girl who played college basketball who's dating the chess guy. All right, why don't you talk to her and see if she'll play? And again, I'm certainly glad I did. After meeting her, it was quite evident I had the second piece that I needed. I needed the tactician, the person who had the new drills, had the up-to-date knowledge, had basketball. Again, she's played at the high school and, again, at the elite high school and collegiate level, and had all these things that, again, just bring a freshness to the program. All right, and in all reality, I kind of consider on varsity games, you kind of notice, I kind of almost consider a co-coach. She'd take over coaching jobs when injuries happened. Between all the bloody noses this year, all the low blows in practice, and again, I knew when I left, the team wouldn't skip a beat. Again, that late game probably coached the whole second and third quarter while I was out taking care of all the kids who were getting banged up and doing all that stuff. So again, that allowed me to kind of take on that role, so I appreciate it. Again, it's probably the hardest thing for us. Only one coach can stand on the sideline. So one of us had to sit down. So again, a lot of times, again, we got yelled at that a couple times, so we went through there. So, but again, I appreciate Coach Leah, so thank you. I would now like to have Michael, Brennan, and Lear come on down. Earning his first varsity letter would be Michael Steidel. He gets his letter in his hand. Michael practiced with the varsity squad all year. Again, that's a difficult task, and especially when he didn't get a lot of varsity minutes. But again, he was always ready. He has a shot, which is at the corner, right around inside the three-point line. Again, kind of highlight for me is in that Fostoria game, Michael gets some minutes, puts up a three and makes it. Again, as he knew right when he shot it was in. Again, Michael did give us key minutes randomly. When kids would get hurt or banged up, again, Washington Island, Fostoria, a couple other games, he'd get in there and he was always ready. That's a key skill to have, is always being ready and ready to go. So thank you, Michael. First varsity letter is Brennan Jones. He gets his letter and pin. Brennan started the season as a sixth man. All right, first person off the bench and took it in stride. Eventually works his way into the starting lineup. He was our top defensive player. Again, as we would pick the best player in the team. Brennan, you're going to go get him. All right, again, that sometimes sacrifices a little bit of your offense if you're busy on defense, but he went through there. Again, he's a good offensive player as he continues to gain confidence. Again, we certainly look for a lot of great things from Brennan next year. Getting his second varsity letter, and he was a team-elected captain, Lear Cooks. Lear led the team in scoring, averaging 15.25 points per game, and his season high was 26 versus Monclova Christian. Again, Lear took on the role of point guard and scoring, which again is kind of sometimes a little bit conflicting in basketball, but it's hard to do. But he did it well. Again, always had some nagging injury somewhere, got hit by something, but always went out there and said, "Lear, can you go?" Yep, and went out there and played. All right, did great things for us. Again, certainly when teams played us, 24 was and so they had to stop on defense. So thank you to our three freshmen. And look, Lucas and Cody, come on down. Lucas will be getting his stripe for his second varsity letter. Lucas really kept growing and developed. Again, he was our second leading scorer this year, scoring 7.5 points per game. I think the biggest area where he took his step is, again, he took more responsibility bringing the basketball up the court, and then also he developed his mental toughness in his side of the game. Again, I certainly think I'm probably standing on one of the highlight plays of the year right here, where Lucas steals the basketball, puts it in for a layup as we seal the win versus Jones. Again, does a lot of great things right. Again, as he looks through here, again, he's got a high basketball IQ, and as we look for great things from Lucas in the future. Getting his second varsity letter pin is Cody Kowalski. Cody's the hardest working man on the team. He patrols the middle on defense. He had a season high 16 points here versus the NOCA. Again, and he's just starting to scratch his potential. Again, he's the hardest. Again, he works hard. He had a little nagging injury, and again, the point is always telling Cody, take a rest, take it easy. And he's just working hard out there, trying to get better every single day. There's a lot of good things. All right, again, as he goes through there, again, like I said, we take the biggest guy and go out there. Again, he's even this year was guarding. Team had a bigger point. He was out there on the top. All right, going out there, and he said, "Yep, coach, I'll do it." Again, went through there, played with the bloody eye in the last game. He says, "Hey, coach, just let me give him one more chance." Like, as long as you pass your eye test, we're good. He did. And again, he constantly goes out there, works hard, and again, does a lot of things great. So we appreciate our sophomores. The juniors. earning his first varsity letter and getting his varsity basketball pin is Elias Wright. Again, I started to hear scuttle that Elias was going to play basketball this season, and I didn't know. Again, I didn't want to feel peer pressure and whatnot, but again, I was like, okay. But I knew what we were going to get to, and I was like, your first season, you go through there. It's like, man, this is going to be really hard. All right, again, no acclimation period. But he left me surprised and very happy that he came out. Again, I know he came through here and constantly was getting better. Again, he's a very intelligent student, a very intelligent kid, and he picks up basketball really easily. He's a very good athlete. And he constantly worked hard, got a lot of buckets in the JV, and by the end of the season, he's winning the sprints down and up and down the court. He earned a start this season, and he was giving us quality minutes. And I know Coach and I would always be talking to him how we got to get Elias in more. We got to figure a spot for him to get in more. And again, we're very impressed with his ability to learn the basketball game, so we appreciate Elias. Earning her third varsity letter and was a team pick captain was Ava Heineman. Again, Ava moved from the starting the star to coming off of the bench and made massive contributions for us. Hitting clutch shots, again, and three-point baskets. And again, kind of when she made those baskets, kind of demoralizing the other team. As she went through there, as we looked through here, again, in practice, you saw her arms. There were bruises, there were bumps, there were everything in the boys' game. She would get hit, tackled, never said, never complained, never did anything, just went out there and, played harder, did great things, again, out there. It was nice to see her, again, in the last game, practice against, or play against the Fairport Harbor scheme, and you really got to see the talent and skill that she has out there. Again, and she did a lot of great things, and again, we'll go out there. Teams had to worry about what she was doing. She did a great job, so thank you, Ava. His third varsity letter is Jacob Seaman. Jacob started all games for us this year, and he really started to emerge as an offensive threat. Again, he developed his shot over the summer. Again, he led the team with the first 5 points against Fostoria. Again, does a lot of really good things. Again, plays hard defense. All right, boxes out. Again, a constant, kind of a grinder. All right, again, doesn't complain, just goes out there, does his thing. We really appreciate him as this year. And again, we want to congratulate him on his summer success in England as well. He did a lot of great things there as well. So, again, thank you, Jacob. And the third varsity letter and captain's lead award was Richard Scarpelli. We did an online Google Sheets, and Richard tallied the most points, or most made baskets this summer. And again, seeing his transition from last February to this year, all right, is here. He developed a good outside range basketball shot. He developed ball handling, and really towards the end of the year, the game started to slow down for him, and he really started to do a lot of good things for us. Again, making three-point shots. His season high was 13 points against against Noka this year. And again, did a lot of good things. Unfortunately, caught a little bit of the bug at the end of the year. Was unable to play those last 2 games. We definitely missed having Richard out there. So thank you to our juniors. And then Joe. Joe battled adversity all year long between illness and breathing issues. We got down to where Joe could give us a good 60 to 90 seconds. But let me tell you, that was the hardest and most intense 60 to 90 seconds we could go. Again, I got good to reading Joe's face, and I'd always have to tell Joe, take it easy, you gotta sit down. He's like, no, I'm good. Joe, trust me, sit down, relax, and then, again, he'd go through there with this, but again, set an example of how to practice. Again, he'd go out there, and every single practice was out there pushing himself to where hyperventilating, all right, needed to lay down, again, and went through there. So again, it's a good example for all you younger kids to look at. Again, when you take it through here, been very easy, like, hey, coach, it's my senior, can I just be a man? I don't want to go through this. But he came out there, he worked hard, never complained, all right? And his last game, he got a nice 4 points, 2 at the line and 2 in a bucket, and helped us contribute to a win. Again, I'd say Joe's greatest characteristic is his thankfulness. All right, again, Joe's always the first person to come up to me and say, hey, again, everyone's leaving. You know, is it like maybe a long trip or whatnot? Hey, thanks, Coach. Appreciate that. Again, Joe's very blessed, but again, sometimes it means a lot to those who have that ability to be thankful. All right, and after those long trips, it makes it very rewarding for us as a coach. So again, like I said, appreciate Joe, and how about a round of applause for all of this? You stay right there, Joe. We'll have our 3 awards. The Coach's Award is going to go to Joe. All right. Again, it's hard to not get, especially if you not get the playing time that you'd want or the starts that you'd want and all that other stuff. But never complain. Always worked hard. Always said, hey, what can we do? Always a person who all of your children go talk to if they're having a tough day. So again, appreciate that. So again, we went through Joe. The most improved is voted on us by the coaches. For his improvement on ball handling, the mental side of the game, was Lucas Castro. And again, the MVP, I think it'd be pretty easy if you watched our games, was Lear Cooks. So thank you. So again, as we get ready to wrap this up, again, the only thing I want to talk about really kind of is next year we get to host the Great Lakes Island Basketball Tournament. That's awesome. In the next weeks, I'll meet with all of the players individually. We'll discuss the future. We'll make team goals. We'll do all that other stuff. But again, let's be where our feet are right now. And I want all of us here, to be present in this moment. Remember and honor the success that we had in this winter season. It's our time to bask in the sun for all your hard work and great success. It's our time to honor Joe as he finishes out his basketball career and he moves on to future success. What you enjoy right now, because before we know it, it'll be on the line. So thank you, and everyone have a good time. And good luck at bingo to everyone. And you don't want to get out your 645 and thank you. Oh, thank you. Nice. Excited about these. Play-Doh toy set, nice. Thank you. Walkie-talkies. Walkie-talkies for the trip up to Mackinac, so that'll be all good there. Oh, there we go. Team picture there. So thank you very much to everyone. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Everyone, we need for
One Joe picture.
Everyone.
All the players.
Richard.
Come on,
Get over here.
real quick, bring it in.
Everyone.
I was just checking out the security and stuff.
get this picture.
Obviously. Yes. Who's missing?
We don't have the camera.
Who's uniform? And then also want to make sure my people came in. Squeeze in. Let me know each other. You can't see Jen or Laura, they can't see you.